There we go. Hey, everyone. Welcome this evening. I know we are a little late, but we are here and we're going to get started right away with Dr. Zini. Um, well, let's get going. We will be talking about GI. And I know you said, Alex, you're all over the place, but I am all over the place because I want to make sure I get this right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. Welcome to the Ultimate Health Journey with Dr. Zini. I am Alice. We also have Jovi Marie down, and of course, we have Dr. Zini with us. And today we're diving deep into the gut. Yeah, he's going to be talking about all that little yucky stuff on the inside. That's the place where your body digests foods, build immunity, and believe it or not, it affects your mood. It affects my mood all the time. I think I need a deep cleansing. All right, we're talking about GI, not GA, but GI inflammation and the gut microbiome. And if I said it wrong, he's going to correct me. You know he will. Two things that could be hidden reason behind fatigue, bloating, and even skin issues, which I am definitely want to hear about the fatigue part and bloating because I stay bloated. And I want to know about if it gives you gas. And of course, who is better to break it all down for us is our favorite expert, Dr. Zini. I call him Dr. Phil. You all can't call him that, only me. Hi, Dr. Phil. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you. Thank you
You're
for
very
setting this.
welcome. So let's get started. Give us some
Sure.
information on this.
Sure. So, sorry, but it's the microbiome. Um, it's kind of like spelled like microbiome. But anyway, the big thing is the gut is this really long tube, uh, tens of feet, some maybe 100 feet long tube. But the big thing is that it has all these what are called microorganisms, and there's over a trillion microorganisms. Microorganisms is a nice word for bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other stuff. And some people may say, well, geez, I don't like to have bacteria or fungi in my gut, but you really need those, and you need the beneficial ones because the beneficial ones are going to help you with absorbing nutrients, also help to produce some vitamins, and more importantly, they regulate your immune system. And all of that helps to support a healthy system. As Alice said in the intro, everything from brain health, which is the number one thing, to actually skin health. So it helps with literally everything. So that's why the gut brain connection is so important, and the gut connection for the rest of your body is so important. So when you talk about the microbiome and all these organisms, there's three that kind of stand out: Fecalibacterium, Bifidobacterium, and Lactobacillus. Most people have heard about Lactobacillus, and whenever you're told to get a probiotic or prebiotic or something like that, it's usually Lactobacillus. However, the one that's most in the news nowadays is Bifidobacterium. And the reason why is these help to create a healthy gut barrier. I mean, if you think about it, stuff that comes down into the GI system, we only want the good stuff to pass through that barrier because the bad stuff is the things that you want to get flushed out, and it's the bad stuff that can cause illness or injury. So this barrier allows only the good stuff to get through. So this barrier also helps to produce anti-inflammatory compounds and to regulate the immune system, as we said before. And when things are off balance, that's when you get the big word gut dysbiosis, or some people even call it leaky gut. And all of that can lead to what Alice said in the beginning: skin issues like psoriasis, eczema, brain issues like depression or anxiety, or the big ones that we like to work on, and that's obesity, diabetes, and the obvious one is inflammatory bowel disease. So, what are the things that can kind of affect this gut microbiome. The biggest one is diet, and that's Jovi's bailiwick, is to help with making sure that you're eating the healthy things that promote good gut health. Lifestyle means what are you drinking? What's the environment you're in? What kind of fluids you're taking in? Drinking means alcohol. Fluids taking in is what kind of water you're taking in. And then also the rest of the environment is what is your body being exposed to? That means the air, the exercise environment, all of that can affect it. And then some of the common things that you would think maybe wouldn't affect it, but stress and also your sleep. All of those things can kind of negatively affect your gut. So the other things in the environment that may not be so good that you might have some control over is antibiotics. If you can avoid antibiotics, that helps out. Some things you may not have control over is pollution. But if you have a HEPA filter in your home, you can even have that be a benefit to you. So
Yeah.
I'll stop there before I dive into maybe the deeper dive into this beneficial bacteria, the bifidobacteria.
So, Dr. Philip, we do have a question.
Mhm.
They're asking, should I get a stool test to evaluate my gut bacteria
So,
that you would recommend?
yeah, very good question. Um, there's two ways of checking. One is a functional medicine test that looks at bioenergetics. Um, and that test is a little bit deeper dive, and it looks at not only gut health, but it looks at foods that your body may be intolerant to. So that test is maybe a little bit better because it looks at over 1,000 different foods, additives, preservatives. Um, we like that one because it's a good qualitative kind of test. However, the stool test is absolutely spot on if you want to quantify something. So if everything on the qualitative functional medicine test doesn't really seem to help out after we go down the path of addressing diet, addressing food intolerances, then maybe we'll go into the quantitative test. But I usually start off with the qualitative test. Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. So we do have another question. Brian's asking, what food should I avoid to include to lower inflammation in my gut?
So this is really Jovi's bailiwick, but sugar. If you can avoid sugar. That feeds all the harmful bacteria. So avoiding sugar, that's the big one. And then the next one is highly processed foods. And you've probably heard that in the news today that you're supposed to avoid all these highly processed foods because those, again, usually have some type of sugar in it, like high fructose corn syrup, or maybe it's just frankly sugar in and of itself. We just harvested our neighbor's apple tree. He's in his 90s, so he's not really good at climbing ladders. So we got a big 5-gallon bucket of apples. So I was looking for some type of apple butter recipe, and the recipe called for 8 cups of sugar.
Oh, wow.
You have to put some in. So instead of 8 cups, I put in 1 cup of brown sugar. And the other reason for the brown sugar is that it gives the apple butter that kind of color that you want. But that was the only added sugar to it. So when you look at it per container that we created, each container only had 30 calories coming from sugar. So I know it's not the best thing, but there's ways to make recipes. Could I have made it without the sugar? Probably. But for the audience that I was going to give this out to, probably stone me if it didn't have just a little bit more sweetness in it. But the whole bottom line is try to get rid of as much sugar as you can. And it's the 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of the time you're going to do good, and then 20% of the time not so good. Just don't make that 20% of the time off the rails, and then you don't come back. So those are the two things. And I think the other part of the question was, what can you do for inflammation? And we're going to talk about at the end about what we can do for inflammation.
So there is one more question. Yvette's asking, will colonics help, or colonics? Am I pronouncing that correct?
No, yeah. So another good one. So what colon therapy does, and it's usually called hydrocolon therapy, what that usually does is it literally kind of flushes things out. So it's going to help out the lower GI, which means the large intestine or the colon. However, it doesn't help out the small bowel or the upper part. And that's where avoiding the intolerant foods, avoiding the sugars, avoiding the highly processed foods, all of that will help out. Now, if you can afford to do a hydrocolon cleanse, by all means, go for it. It's not going to hurt anything, and it'll just help you in the long run. Yeah, good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the specific importance or the benefit of bifidobacteria? As I said earlier, it helps to produce these anti-inflammatory compounds, which helps to regulate the immune system, which means that it's going to help maintain that healthy gut barrier so things can't leak through. And there's a variety of pathways that are affected by this, and they're long scientific words. I'm not going to bore you with those. But the big thing is that when you positively reproduce or help to feed the gut with this bifidobacteria, it's going to dramatically reduce the incidence of all the inflammatory bowel diseases, whether that's irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, but also such autoimmune diseases as rheumatoid arthritis. And again, what Alice had alluded to in the beginning, autoimmune issues with the skin like eczema and psoriasis. And then it's going to have a positive impact on diabetes, and also what we talked about with mental health. So that's why it seems to be probably the linchpin for why you want to help reproduce this natural GI flora. And flora just means kind of like the garden, if you will, in your GI system, or the microbiome. So one of the interesting things, and it's kind of controversial, but it's out there in the research, that is shown to reduce or, quite frankly, even deplete this important microorganism is not only the things that you would expect, like antibiotics and diet and environmental stressors, but one that you wouldn't expect. And unfortunately, this is one which literally millions of people have been exposed to. And that's the SARS-CoV-2 mRNA vaccination. And the more you've been vaccinated, the more issues you're going to have. So that's why it's really important to try to look at this from a holistic approach, and make sure you're avoiding the foods that you're intolerant to, and then helping to reseed the gut with natural pre and probiotics, and then help to reduce the inflammation not only within the gut but also within the body itself.
Yeah.
So I thought I saw a question. So,
There is a question from David, Dr. Phillip, and
Mhm.
it says, do probiotics or prebiotics actually help? And which ones would be the best for me?
yeah, so I use this big clearinghouse called Fullscripts, and on Fullscripts you can get a naturally occurring pre and probiotic with high levels, like billions of these different bacteria, and you can message Alice offline, and I can get you that resource for yourself. But again, um, if you're just adding on this pre and probiotic, but you're not doing anything for the gut, you're trying to put a band-aid on a hemorrhage, and
Right.
that's not really going to help. You really need to find the underlying cause, or else you're going to be wasting a lot of money. Now, there is some kind of shotgun approach that you can do, and this is something that we've been doing all along, and that is glutathione helps with as a broad antioxidant. Uh, that helps out, and also because it's a tripeptide, it helps to promote the natural growth of bacteria, and it protects the bacteria against oxidative stress. So even though it seems like it's kind of a shotgun approach, you're going to be helping whatever is already there, which is a good thing.
Right.
The other is mangosteen, which is in the xanthomist, because what that does, the polyphenols help with supporting, again, the natural growth, because it has this prebiotic property. And then the last one and the newest one is called moringa. Moringa has been around for, I think, 3 or 4 decades, if I'm not mistaken. And its anti-inflammatory properties help out with, again, promoting the natural growth of these beneficial bacteria. So these three combined is kind of a natural shotgun approach that you can do to help promote the gut GI microbiome. And also, it's going to have all these other antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties. Oops.
Um,
So, any other questions before we kind of wrap up?
so there is another question. Are
Yeah.
eliminations to eliminate diets like gluten-free useful? Is that useful?
Yeah, so that's the old standby, and that you try to eliminate certain food groups. So, of course, the first one to eliminate is gluten, because most gluten in the United States is GMO. So, if you can avoid GMO, so in other words, genetically modified foods, then you're going to be better. So, look for non-GMO, look for gluten-free, and that's a really good place to start off with. If your symptoms resolve, fabulous. If not, then you start looking at some of the other inflammatory type foods, and there's this big group of nightshades, which are some peppers, some like eggplants, some may even consume or contain some mushrooms. But if you avoid like the nightshade groups, that's the other ones Then another one that could be inflammatory is tomatoes. So just start off with gluten, and then the nightshades, and then maybe tomatoes, and then see how your body does. But again, it's not really a specific tailored approach. The best thing is to do this functional medicine test and to know exactly what foods your body doesn't tolerate, and just avoid those. And then from there, it's a lot easier, and you'll see results a lot quicker.
Very true. That's real true.
Mhm.
So I know you were going to touch base about to lower inflammation in the gut, Dr. Philip.
Yeah, so that's what the three mists do, because of their antioxidant properties, their anti-inflammatory properties. That's the supplement way. The natural way is, again, doing that functional medicine test and eliminating foods that your body is intolerant to.
Okay.
Any other questions?
There is no other questions, Dr. Philip. So
Thank you.
I know we're living well, the ultimate health journey with Dr. Philip Zini. And Dr. Philip, do you have anything else that you want to add for tonight?
Yeah, so, just, I hate to say this, it's so cliche, but listen to your gut, right? It's telling you something's not right.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So just listen. Treat yourself well. Your body is the biggest investment, right? You can make a house payment, you can make a car payment, but in the end, if your body, your house that you live in, fails you, what are you going to do? If the house burns down, God forbid, you got insurance, you get in a car wreck, God forbid, you have auto insurance. Health insurance can only take care of so much. And with today's sick care model, it's not really promoting health. So the only one that's responsible for your health is yourself. So be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, be well, and be blessed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Philip. We're truly grateful for everything that you've been doing and helping us out. And again, this is Living Well, the Ultimate Health Journey with Dr. Philip Zini, the main source that's going to be teaching us a little bit more about our gut health and our overall wealth. Health is our wealth, right?
Amen.
We'll be back soon. And this is all. Thank you again, everyone. You have a good night.
Good night.
Welcome to the future of vitality and anti-aging. Our revolutionary products in our Vital for Life pack will support your journey toward optimal health, beauty, and longevity. Let's dive into these groundbreaking discoveries reinventing the health and wellness industry. As you twist and mist delicious Glutamist onto the soft tissue of your mouth, you'll love how the nanobubbles enter your body and are delivered in as little as 4 seconds with almost nothing to swallow. Glutamist is an advanced, highly absorbable mist combining nano-sized, pharmaceutical, medical-grade glutathione in our proprietary cellular nutrition blend. This blend of 60 essential ingredients supports detoxification, slows aging, increases energy, and improves regeneration. Modern science confirms that glutathione depletes regularly. Our bodies naturally produce less glutathione as we age, along with factors such as oxidative stressors like stress, poor diet, smoking, pollution, and infections. Our 10x Pure proprietary process enhances the bioavailability of glutathione, optimizing up to 99% absorption and magnifying its benefits. The master antioxidant glutathione supports cellular energy production, healthy aging, muscle and joint health, inflammation health, optimal immune function, natural detoxification, quality sleep, mental focus, and beautiful skin. It is also perfect for athletic performance and the rigors of an active, age-defying lifestyle. CTFO's Performance Mist category is bolstered with the addition of Xantho Mist, which delivers powerful mangosteen-derived xanthones directly into the body. Using our 10x Pure proprietary encapsulated nano-emulsion technology, Xantho Mist bypasses the degradation of gastrointestinal gut enzymes, ensuring higher potency and bioavailability of its active ingredients. Oxidant-rich Xantho Mist supports overall health and well-being, cardiovascular health, a healthy inflammatory response, immune system support, blood sugar balance, and brain function. And we don't stop there. CTFO's 10x Pure Ultimate Multivitamin and Mineral Supplement is a patented breakthrough in the nutrition industry. Enhanced with our 10x Pure delivery technology, it ensures optimal absorption of vital nutrients, supporting cardiovascular health, cognitive function, bone and vascular health, and more. Most vitamins on the market end up in the toilet. Ensuring proper absorption is a crucial key to reaping their health benefits, which CTFO's 10x Pure technology delivers. This innovative supplement combines 23 exceptional ingredients, including amino acids, chelated minerals, biologically active folate, vitamin K2, and vitamin B12. It's the ultimate cost-effective solution, delivering remarkable results for those seeking optimal health and vitality. Finally, meet Super 7, a delicious blend of the world's 7 major superfruits in a delicious, easy-to-assimilate, natural energy-boosting immune support chewable tablet. It delivers vitamins, antioxidants, enzymes, and much more in a daily family favorite ritual. At CTFO, we're committed to changing the future outcome of health and wellness, to advancing truly groundbreaking innovations that help transform how you live, feel, look, and age at the core of our Vital for Life path. Revolutionize your health with Glutamist, Xantho Mist, 10x Pure Ultimate, and Super 7 nutritional supplements. Experience the best health technology ever to be introduced with Vital for Life. Take the first step towards a healthier, happier life today. Visit our website and order your Vital for Life pack now. Our commitment to excellence extends beyond quality products. It's about ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. With our 60-day empty bottle guarantee, you can try our products worry-free, knowing that if our product doesn't meet your expectations, you're 100% covered. We'll even refund your shipping. Experience the difference with CTFO's advanced, high-speed nutrition technology and redefine your future. Healthy cells, happy life. Welcome to CTFO.